Hey, yeah, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap. What do that?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Bears defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into Week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Benson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw. Hendricks. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's the option. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give left side for Benson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You look at this Bears defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. In motion, the tight end. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle they go. Dyson. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. It was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Dyson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dyson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll run on 1st down. Dyson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 47 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive lineman still.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
7-7, our score after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hendricks. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Trey Benson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Williams. His throw incomplete.
I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st down, Dyson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dyson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll run on 1st down. Dyson.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Williams. That's complete right side to Kmet. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
To throw, Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Hendricks. Open man here is Benson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Hendricks.
He finds his man, complete. That's Gardner. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Benson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Hendricks. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Out of his hands quick to Jackson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
They'll run with Benson.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Benson is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they'll hold the blocks just a little bit longer.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Bears 14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Second and a couple.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dyson, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
To the air, Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Up the middle they go. Dyson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Williams. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. Just a gain of a couple there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they defended a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And Thomas has it. Oh, what a juke into space. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Brian Thomas, 53 yards. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Rams take over at 13, and their own 23-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They run over center with Benson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Back to throw. Hendricks. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Third and 3. Looking to throw. Hendricks. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they'd gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is... From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The 20.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on 3rd down. Hendricks eluded. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Williams. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Williams. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Wesley, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Finally held down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is. He's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Second and long. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Operating from the gun, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize.
Under pressure, and down he goes. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevens. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hendricks. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Bears take over.
This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter.
We all knew the situation. We're in the fourth quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Makes the score Bears 35, Rams 34.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Here's 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have a 1st down, but he's tackled inbounds out near midfield. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. No timeouts left. Of course, the defense knows that too. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3, what did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, all right, versus wind, no wind, if it's a possibility, whatever it is. And they give a number to the head coach.
Tripping off grades, I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my day, I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry, so I'ma say it.